all to my coverage of Mortal Kombat 11, which will be spanning the next couple of days, full time, and then later on this week, part time. Okay, and don't worry, I'm going to cover the schedule in just a moment so you all understand exactly what to expect. But yes, finally, a high-profile new release. It's been too long, man. In the last month, we've only had one, Sekiro, right? And then before then, it was probably Devil May Cry 5. And then before then, I mean, you're really going back now to probably mid-February was Metro Exodus. And then before then was Kingdom Hearts 3. And then before then, Resident Evil 2. So in the first third of the year, there's only been like 5 big game releases. So it's been kind of slow, not going to lie. Last few weeks in particular, you know, as I finished up Sekiro. And then I went on my trip to Connecticut, and as you all know, my surprise wedding and all of that. It was hard to maintain and to keep the streams, you know, going with any kind of consistency because there was just not much going on. You know, I tried to do as much variety as I could, throwing in games like Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations and Donkey Kong Country 3 and, you know, just doing what I could. But once Sekiro finished up last week, it was very difficult to figure out what you guys wanted to see. But now, finally, that is over. Finally, we have a big new release hype. Today is the premiere of Mortal Kombat 11. And I'm excited. As you guys know, I'm a longtime fighting game fan and former pro player in the Street Fighter realm. And I love Mortal Kombat. I love the games that NetherRealm puts out ever since Mortal Kombat 9 came out 8 years ago. And NetherRealm basically completely rebooted all of their franchises and everything. I've been a very big fan of these games. Now, I'll be honest here. Not to say that I played them in any kind of a competitive capacity. I did not. And I'm not necessarily planning on doing so now either. But NetherRealm fighting games have some of the most content available in any fighting games. You've got a robust tutorial mode. You've got a full-on story mode with a narrative and all kinds of fun and initiation into a lot of new characters that they add to the games. Then you've got challenge towers and the crypt mode and basically like character trials and tutorials. So all of that stuff, okay? Then you've got online play. So the game has a lot of content. They always do. And that's awesome. You know, both Mortal Kombat and the Injustice franchise now. You know, really well done in my opinion. And I really enjoy NetherRealm games. A high production value. Good stuff all around, okay? So, today is Mortal Kombat 11's premiere, and how am I going to be covering it? I've already explained previously, but for those of you who were not here for previous streams, allow me to explain up front, because I don't want any misconceptions, and quite frankly, I'm not going to put up with people spamming the stream chat, demanding certain things right away that make no sense. Alright? So here's the deal. Today, I'm going to be doing the tutorial mode first. Because if you're not aware, Mortal Kombat 11 adds a lot of new gameplay elements to the Mortal Kombat franchise that have never been in the franchise before, including things such as wake-up attacks, recovery rolls, and aerial recovery. These have never been in the franchise. And, you know, in my take, I believe this is actually going to significantly change up the gameplay of the game, especially competitively, because normally it's all about controlling the ground and spacing. But now if you can do wake-ups and you can roll around the ground, you can do all this stuff, it sounds like it's going to be a lot different. So I guess we'll see. We'll see how it goes once I jump into the tutorial mode and we actually understand the new stuff. Because when I played the beta last month, I liked it, but I was getting my ass handed to me because people were using all the new gameplay elements that I didn't understand, okay? So we'll go through the tutorial first to understand the new changes to the gameplay, okay? Then we're going to be going into story mode. This is the narrative mode that's always in Mortal Kombat. Typically, it runs anywhere from 5 to 7 hours long, depending on many factors, including how well you do and, you know, different characters. The reason I really like the story mode is because, number one, you get to play with a variety of characters, usually including the newer characters that they added to the game franchise just for that iteration, which I really like. And then number two, because obviously there's a fun story. And it's pretty cool to know that there's a good story behind a fighting game, when in reality, a lot of fighting games these days just kind of forego that, or you got fighting games that add in the story later. Nah, NetherRealm's like, you're going to get that at launch. We put a lot of production value and time into our games. You're going to get this fun thing right at launch, okay? So that's what I'm doing first. So just to forewarn everyone, story is coming first. I want to play the story and immerse myself in the lore of the game and see the new characters firsthand and their backstories and the like. So that's what we're doing. I know a lot of people, when it comes to fighting games, all they want to see is online play. Don't worry, there's going to be online play. I'm going to be playing with various characters and taking them online, but I want to get through the story mode first. All right? So, that's number one. Okay, number one will be the story mode. Once the story mode's completed, I'll be checking out other modes, including the ladder modes that are built into the game. They're like challenge ladders where you can earn rewards. The Crypt, which is a really fun mode, unique to Mortal Kombat, where what you do is you run through this area where there's all these unlockables, and sometimes there's jump scares and there's different things going on. It's pretty fun. Last time around in Mortal Kombat 10, I thought the Crypt was actually one of the better things about the game. I had a ton of fun with the Crypt in Mortal Kombat 10, okay? So I'm pretty excited to see, how Mortal Kombat 11 turns out, all right, with this. But, of course, I am going to be trying out various characters in training mode to mess around with them and learn their combos and special moves and strategies, and then I'll be going online. So all this is coming, all right? But you just have to be a little patient, especially if you're the person, I don't want anything, I just want online. We're not going to online first. This game has so much content that it makes sense to check out the other stuff first to immerse yourself in it before you go online, okay? Now, I'm playing this game all day long today and all day long tomorrow. That means first and second stream. So that's at least 6 hours of gameplay a day, if not more. Meaning within the first 2 days, I'll be playing over 12 hours of Mortal Kombat 11, okay? So for those of you who are really hyped for this game, this is great news, all right? For those of you who maybe don't care about fighting games, well, guess what? There's going to be variety coming up later this week, all right? So, Mortal Kombat 11, full-time, today and tomorrow. I'm excited. I hope that you're excited to get this started. Now, Thursday is my day off this week. I know it kind of stinks that it's kind of in the midst of the new releases, but it is what it is. The only day off that Kat and I could arrange to be the same day together. So, that's going to be our day off for the week. And then on Friday, I'm going to be coming back with Days Gone, another new release for this week, the zombie survival game, where you play as a biker. And I'm excited for that as well. So that's going to be all day long on Friday, okay? Then, starting on Saturday, I'm going to be balancing Days Gone with Mortal Kombat. So that way there's a little bit of something for everyone, all right? And that's going to basically be every day. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be a balance between Days Gone and Mortal Kombat 11 for the next week. The order may change. Like, some days maybe I'll do Mortal Kombat first and then Days Gone as the late stream. Some days maybe I'll do Days Gone first and then Mortal Kombat as the late stream, okay? We'll see. But it could switch on the fly depending on demand, depending on how you guys like the games, how I'm enjoying the games, and what we're doing in the games, all right? I don't actually know how long Days Gone is, and I also don't know, how much I'm going to like Mortal Kombat 11 until I start playing it. So depending on many factors will determine the actual arrangement of schedule or whatever for the next week. But roughly, for the next week, it's going to be Mortal Kombat first, then Days Gone, then a mix of the two, okay? Then, once the games start to die down and or the hype around the games has basically been satiated, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start rotating back in my late night chill streams. So I'm talking games like Minecraft, Black Ops 4 Blackout, Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations, and MLB 19, okay? These are games that are not, in my opinion, gripping enough to hold a main gameplay stream of 4+ hours, but putting them on in my late night stream for a couple of hours a night, where there's more interaction and the like, and it's more relaxed style gameplay, it works, okay? So, once we play through these new releases for the next week, and we get, enough of them, and or we reach the end of them, because again, I don't know, how long Days Gone is, or how much I'm going to play MK11, then we're going to be mixing in these other chill streams at night, okay? So, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a great week, over a week here, of new release content, and I hope that you guys will, tune in as much as you can. Keep in mind, if you can't be here live every day for the streams, all of my content is recorded and archived over on my YouTube channel, DSPGaming. So if you cannot make a live stream, please head over to DSPGaming. Now, there's one thing I'm going to say up front, and this is sadly, something that's going on right now, okay, in regards to Mortal Kombat 11. All right, just gonna be very honest with all of you. Mortal Kombat 11, sadly, all the videos seem to be getting demonetized on YouTube. YouTube is saying that Mortal Kombat 11 is too hyper violent to have advertisements running on gameplay videos of it. That there's too much gore and too much violence, and no advertiser would possibly ever want to have an advertisement on a video of Mortal Kombat 11. Despite the fact that there are, so many things out there. Any adult-oriented television show, movie, probably advertisements for things like Avengers and things would make perfect sense on Mortal Kombat 11. It seems everyone's videos are getting demonetized on YouTube. Think about how stupid that is, okay? Absolutely fucking stupid, okay? So, what I'm going to say is this. If you like Mortal Kombat, if you like my coverage of Mortal Kombat, if you want to see Mortal Kombat continue, please consider contributing to the streams. Reason being, I'm probably not going to make a heck of a lot, if anything, on the YouTube videos. It's going to be hit or miss what YouTube auto-detects as violent and gory, or what it doesn't. And when I played the beta, in fact, I'm trying to remember how many videos of the beta I actually made. I think 2 of my videos did get demonetized. 2 of them. So I'm thinking about, in my head, let's say, for example, today, I make 4 gameplay videos of Mortal Kombat 11, and then another 2 later tonight. So let's say I make like 6 to 8 videos today. If 3 or 4 of them get demonetized on YouTube, that's awful. It basically means that half my work I don't get paid for, okay? So again, please consider, definitely please consider, contributing to the streams if you like MK11, because that's the bottom line is, MK11 is a game that I know I'm probably going to get demonetized, all right? Now, already I'm going to tell you guys, I don't know why people keep bringing this up. Phil, didn't you know all top streamers are all doing sponsored streams on MK11? I cannot do sponsored streams because of my negative detractors who basically spam the living shit out of the 2 companies who I did sponsored streams with last year. I was shut off from the program. I did absolutely nothing wrong. My streams were great. My sponsored streams promoted the games in a positive light. But because those assholes went out of there and harassed the shit out of the 2 companies who I did sponsor streams for, I'm not allowed to do sponsored streams on Twitch. So please stop bringing that up, because I'm never going to get a sponsored stream ever again because of those shitheads. It has nothing to do with me. It has to do with the shitheads who go harass people who I'm in, any kind of sponsorship with. All right? So, it sucks. Okay? It sucks. This is the situation that, I like streaming. I have sponsored streams that I did worked out well, but I'm not going to get offered any more sponsored streams because of the shitheads. All right? Just like all the other opportunities over the years I've missed off out on because of these people, it's the same thing. I rely on you guys, the fans and the viewers, to basically continue to be able to do this. So again, please consider contributing to the streams, because that's going to help out with the fact that, number 1, everything's getting demonetized on YouTube for Mortal Kombat 11, and number 2, I can't do sponsored streams like everybody else. I don't get the same opportunities as everyone else because I have a horde of toxic little shitheads who follow me around, regardless of the fact that I have nothing to do with them. Okay. Now, continuing on. Outside of all that, one final thing that I will say, guys. I mentioned this yesterday, but I'm going to mention it again so that there's no misunderstandings or misconceptions. Here on my streams, I appreciate a variety of chat, and I appreciate people getting hyped and having fun, and that's what I want. But chat derailment is not allowed. We've always had rules in effect here on my streams that say no emote spam, no text spam, and no derailing of the chat. It says it right there below the stream. If you have never seen the rules before, I recommend you look below my stream right now. They're publicly listed, okay? Reason I say this is because there's been some people acting up over the last few days, spamming emotes and trying to derail my stream. If I'm playing Mortal Kombat 11 and I turn back to the stream and I see a bunch of people spamming emotes that have absolutely nothing to fucking do with what's going on the stream just so that they can derail it, you're all going to get banned. It's that simple. That's what the rules are there for. The rules are there to make sure that everyone can have a good time. Today's a new release. People are going to want to talk about the new release and react to it and my gameplay. You know, we have over 30 emotes of mine that you can use that are all on topic. You know, spamming off-topic emotes to try to derail is not allowed here. And I'm not going to put up with it. So just you know, wholeheartedly telling you guys up front so that way there can be no misconceptions whatsoever and people getting confused about what's going on. I'm not going to allow it, all right? So please be understanding of what's going on here. I'm not going to put up with that shit today, all right? Just not. Okay. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and continue. Let's get to the next segment, which is the brief plugs segment, where I tell you how you can contribute during the streams if you'd like to help out with the whole thing going on with Mortal Kombat 11. All right, and then we'll get on to shout-outs, and then we will begin with gameplay. Fair enough? Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for over 10 years of support. Thanks for allowing me to do what I love as a hobby, as a job. It's an amazing experience. I love being here every day and sharing my gameplay experiences with all of you every single day. I do. I love it. It's the best job I've ever had, and even though I know I can't do it forever, you know, I want to do it as long as I can. And I want to say thank you for allowing me to do it, okay? It really is awesome that you guys come out every day and hang out with me and support me. It's amazing, you know? The fact that people love what I do and care about my opinions and things is pretty awesome. So that being said, there are many ways that you can be supportive. The first is by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/DarksidePhil, where your monthly pledges earn you personal perks. Depending on what level of contribution you give, you actually earn rewards that are a way for me to give back, all right? I'm not going to go into massive detail about it. You can get all the details at patreon.com/DarksidePhil, so please give it a look, and thanks to anyone who is a current or someone considering being a patron, okay? That's number one. Number two, you can check out my Teespring store, where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, stickers, mugs, hoodies, amongst other things. Lots of cool designs over there, lots of various different colors and the like. Good stuff, all right? I can attest to the quality because I personally own a bunch of it. And in fact, today I'm wearing one of said shirts. You probably won't be able to see it because my webcam is very small. But this is the graffiti shirt where I wear all kinds of different slogans and memes and things that I've accrued over the 10 plus years that I've been a content creator. All right? One of my favorite shirts that you can get over there. But there's many more designs that you can check out as well. Okay? So please give it a look. Teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming, and anything that you guys buy from over there helps me out, and you guys get a cool collectible as well. All right. Now, if you're here live on the stream and you would like to get a shout out during today's stream, you can. If you either cheer with bits or subscribe to the channel or tip me during today's stream, I'm going to give you a live verbal shout out. Now, there's a couple exceptions. Understand that I control whatever I say and do on my own stream. So as long as you keep it positive and you keep it fun, and of course if you keep it more on topic, chances are I'm going to give you a shout out. If you come in and you insult people and you're saying negative memes for myself or other streamers, or you're bringing up detractor shit, or you're trying to derail with stupid crap, I'm probably not going to read it, all right? It's pretty much common sense, being very, very honest with all of you, what is and isn't accepted. Just a lot of people don't have common sense anymore because they're stupid, and that's a shame. But in general, my streams are positive and fun, and all the interactions are great, so thanks everyone for any contributions, okay? Now, we have a few things here. We have a stream stats leaderboard at the top of your screen. As you can see, I'm going to be tracking things such as the total number of subs, top cheer, and top tip, all right? Right now, we're trying to push towards 600 sub goal for the month. If we hit 600 subs, I'm doing a Viewer's Choice special event where everyone, not just the subs and not just patrons, but everyone will be able to nominate and vote on games for a special full-on playthrough that I'm going to do. But we need people to sub, all right? At one point, we were up to almost 550 subs this month. Then I went to Connecticut for a week, and the subs dipped. And then, of course, there was no new releases, so the subs really dipped. And there's nothing you can do about that. Finally, today we're starting a new release. Hopefully, this will inspire some of you to subscribe. What do you get if you sub? Well, number one, you get access to all of my 30-plus emotes. There's something in there for everyone. And people really like the emotes. Number two, you don't have to watch advertisements when I take ad breaks. That's a big one because people hate advertisements. I do too. And number three, you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a loyal supporter. So please consider subbing. All right. I will keep that updated during the day. In fact, I probably need to update it already. Top cheerer and top tipper as well. If you're the current top cheerer or top tipper, you will get up there on the leaderboard for extra recognition. Now, we also have a cheering leaderboard that is built into Twitch. It's integrated into the stream chat. That'll automatically update over the course of the day as people cheer, and I will read that out probably before we finish our pre-stream here to give some extra recognition to those who contribute. FYI, if you're curious on how to contribute, the only thing you need to do is type in a special command for each contribution method, and you'll get a full explanation. For example, gee, how do I subscribe? Type !sub into the stream chat. Boom. You'll get an exclamation with a link to click on to do it. Cheering, same thing. Type !cheer. Boom. You'll get the explanation. !tip. Boom. You'll get a link that you can click on to go to my PayPal tips page. And by the way, I should bring this up. You don't need a PayPal account to tip me. You could use a credit card or debit card as well. A lot of people have that as a misconception. All right. So many ways to contribute. And by the way, all three of those methods, you can also contribute anonymously. You don't have to give your actual information in case you're worried about repercussions of someone maybe coming after you on the internet for supporting a streamer. You can be completely anonymous. All right. So all contributions are very much appreciated. All right. I want to say thank you very much, everybody, for any contributions that you do, lend. I appreciate that very much. And I think it's time to get started with shout-outs for those who've contributed. Sound good? All right, let's do it. All right, so we start off with, scrolling all the way down here, a few people who actually contributed overnight. We actually had Witwix, who subscribed overnight at Tier 1, so thank you very much, Witwix, for the overnight sub. That's much appreciated. Game Master used an Ember. Did a 200-bit cheer overnight. Good to see you, Game Master. Haven't seen you in stream chat for a while, but good to see that you're still coming by and hanging out. It's much appreciated. Okay. Carried Diamondur cheered overnight. Thank you very much. Goldry Bluzco cheered overnight and said, Happy St. George's Day. Yes, I believe this is a UK holiday, St. George's Day. I know nothing about it whatsoever, but I actually follow a few people from across the pond, as they say, on Twitter, and I saw some people posting up about it, and I was like, oh, it must be a nice holiday over there. So, yes, happy St. George's Day to anyone who's celebrating it. I don't know anything about it, but being an American over here, but hope you have a good day. Okay? Shout out to Dragonzord 9000, who has subscribed to the channel for 15 months and says, I am ready for MK11. Well, Dragonzord, I'm actually happy that finally you like something, because you've been complaining recently about all the games I've been playing in the streams and saying that's boring and everything. Hopefully, today, you'll enjoy the stream, because I understand for some people, you don't like the downtime stuff, especially if there's no new releases. It's hard to get hype. Today, we can finally get hype over something, right? So, thank you for the sub, and hopefully you enjoy the stream. Shout out to Jackalese, who tipped me $15 and said, not touching this woke garbage, but will gladly watch someone else play it, laughing out loud. Well, I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know how woke a game is where you rip off people's spleens and shove them up their assholes and rip out their eyeballs and put them in their nostrils and then clap their cheeks and have the eyeballs pop out of their mouth as you're punching them in the dick. But, anyway, I am looking forward to it. I do like Mortal Kombat quite a lot. So thank you, Jackalese, for the $15 tip. A great way to get things started with tipping today. Thanks very much. Shout out to Carrie Diamondur, who did another 50-bit cheer. That's appreciated. Soup Double G. Oh, Gary Diamondur also subscribed. Thank you very much for the sub. Soup Double G cheered and said, who cares about the gear in this game? Stupid kitty bullshit designed for little kids. Well, if you're not aware, the game has a gear system. All right. The way the gear system works, just to clarify for everyone here, it's completely optional. You don't need the gear. The gear is only visual. All right. It makes your characters look different. Now, for people who like Mortal Kombat and have played it over the years and are going to be investing a lot of time into this game, you probably want some cool gear to make your character look unique, right? So I can understand why you would want the gear. However, I guess a big complaint of people so far is that the gear is a very big grind to earn. Like, you really have to grind in the game to earn the in-game currency to buy all the gear. And I guess, I don't know if this is true or not, but some people are saying it's randomized. Like, you can't just get what you want. I don't know about that. We're going to find out firsthand starting today. Okay? In the beta, the gear was quite cool because you could make the characters look completely different. Like I was playing with who was it, Jade, and you could either be like an undead zombie Jade, or you could be a fucking like a really cool ninja looking Jade. Like there were different ways to do it. So I guess we'll see. You know, we'll see again firsthand how it really is. But I agree with you, Soup Double G. If it's just cosmetics, then it's not that big of a deal. You know, I think a lot of people complain about stuff just to complain. Oh no, I can't get all the worthless and pointless cosmetics in the game without grinding. Well, maybe that's just a way to create replayability. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out today firsthand. Okay? Ace cheered. He says, buying this game for the Switch is pointless. It runs very well, but you can't get rewards offline. So I'm not sure what that means. You can't get rewards offline. So I guess he's saying if you're not connected to the internet, then you can't get anything unlocked in the game. I've actually heard that was another complaint last night. People who were trying to play this at launch. Apparently, the game is always online. It always needs an online connection. And therefore, if you don't have an online connection, the game, I guess, has issues where it'll have like lag and stuff. I don't know. People were complaining about this on Twitter last night, and I was trying to understand it. I tweeted about it. And I guess what people were saying is people were slamming the server. So many people were playing it overnight at launch that the whole game was like lagged up and certain modes weren't running properly. I guess some people said they were trying to do like the towers, the challenge towers, to unlock content in the game, and they couldn't even play them. They were unplayable. They were like locked out of them or something. I guess we'll see. I don't know. Again, we got to see what happens here. But this is, to be completely honest with all of you guys, I've learned from experience that you don't play fighting games online on launch day. I've learned this, that it's the worst possible idea you could have, because everyone tries to do it, and it just makes the online experience absolutely terrible and not really representative of what's going to happen in just another day or two when things calm down a bit. So that's why I'm actually going to be doing the story and everything first, so that by the time I get to the online play, hopefully things have calmed down a bit, and you're not going to have terrible connections and all kinds of big problems. All right, so there you go. All right. Shout out to MGR Desperado, who has subscribed to the channel for 2 months straight. Thank you very much, MGR Desperado. I appreciate that. Real Talk Mod Me did a 50-bit cheer and says, the story of MK11 is quite laughable. It's going to be difficult to retain entertainment and viewership with just offline content. I recommend doing the first half of the stream offline and then online go on break. Just a suggestion, even the best streamers can't entertain their viewers with just the story. Bullshit. I'm going to tell you right now, the story of MK has always been laughable. No lie. In fact, I remember the last game. It was kind of not too serious. Remember the last game you were playing as the Mortal Kombat kids? You were like Cassie Cage, and you were basically all the kids of the major fighters. I'm sorry, I hate to say this, but if people can't entertain you with the story, that's because they're not entertaining and because they're competitive gamers. That's why. You're watching people who are known for high-level competitive play trying to entertain you with a story mode. That's not what they do. All right? I'll do my best. We'll see how it goes. All right, but typically the story of Mortal Kombat has very high production value and is usually fun. As I said, even though maybe the plot is kind of silly, it's a good way to immerse yourself in a variety of the characters of the game, especially usually playing as some of the newer ones that you didn't normally touch yet. So that's really what I'm focused on here. I'm going to play the story and like it. I know, I don't know why people have to hate on it. Oh, this game has a story. No, you got to get good and go right online and play online. It'll be a waste of time, especially today. I know the servers will be fucking overloaded and the online experience will be shit. And all it's going to be is a bad time and leave a bad taste in your mouth, when in reality, it's not going to be that bad in the long run. So there's no reason to rush into the online play. Okay? So, you don't like the story? Fine. That's your opinion. Come back when I'm ready to go online. It ain't going to be today. Today's going to be all offline content. Okay? All right. So Clapback tipped me $1. I don't know what the hell, he says clack so. I don't know what that means. And then there was a dollar troll tip that I'm going to ignore, but thanks for the tip regardless. Rob tipped me $10. Said, get over here. Well, thank you very much, Rob. I appreciate that very, very much. And, all right. Oh, Super Blind Man actually is giving us some knowledge. He did a 100-bit cheer. That actually makes him the top cheer of the day. Let me go ahead and get Super Blind Man up here on the leaderboard. There we go. Thank you very much, Super Blind Man. And he says the following. He says, The developers have cleared up online reward confusion. The game still tracks rewards earned offline. You'll actually receive them the next time that you go connected to the online play. Well, there you go. So it seems to me like they want to be sure people aren't fucking with the game or screwing it over to get the rewards. So they want online connectivity. And the problem is today there's so many people online playing it at launch, it's kind of screwing the servers up. So it sounds like everyone's going to get what they deserve eventually. All right. It's launch day woes. It always happens. But again, that's why I stay away from the online play on launch day. So, I love donuts. I love donuts. Tipped me $1. And he says, are you worried that fighting games at this point have run their course? It seems top streamers and gamers have moved on to other genres. It may be best to adapt for interactive streams and more subs. I mean, I love donuts. I've already said this. I've said this for a long time. The fighting game streamers, knowing I'm a competitive fighting game player and all I do is play fighting games, I could never do that. Just being honest with you. I couldn't do it. For me, I'd get bored. Like, I enjoy fighting games, don't get me wrong. And I grew up playing fighting games, and I love them at a competitive level and a casual level. But I couldn't just sit here playing fighting games constantly all day long. I think you're absolutely right. What many of the top fighting game streamers have realized is that they can't just maintain what they're doing by only playing fighting games anymore. They have to branch out to other genres. They have to branch out to other things to make a living. I get that. Because that's what I do. I'm a variety guy. I don't just sit here and play Mortal Kombat for weeks on end. You know, even though some fighting game players, that's all they do. This is their one thing. Their forte is to play fighting games. I couldn't just do that. I would be bored. I would hate my life and my job. I'm serious. Like, I've been there. I used to be in the fighting game grind. I would play fighting games at home with my friends. I would go out to the arcades and play it against other competition. I would travel the country playing people, and then I would go to tournaments. I've lived that life, and I don't want to go back to it. It's not a very good one. It's actually a huge grind. It's boring as shit, and it actually makes you get burnout. Because I do a variety of stuff, it allows me to not get burnout, okay? And that's a good thing about being a variety streamer. And that's why later this week, after only 2 days of Mortal Kombat, I'm going to be doing Days Gone, and I'm going to be balancing Days Gone with Mortal Kombat, and I'm going to be balancing more chill streams with this stuff later on. Because I know just playing fighting games is not going to work. I get it, and you're absolutely right. I love donuts. I think finally what these streamers are realizing is being a one-trick pony doesn't work anymore. You have to branch out to the other stuff that people want to see if you actually want to make a living doing this, okay? So, there was a time, don't get me wrong, there was a time during the era of Street Fighter 4 and Marvel vs. Capcom 3 when it was a huge thing and people could make a huge living doing it during the era of big money on YouTube and then big money on Twitch and all of that. But now, I think the hype for fighting games has died down a bit. You've got a few fighting games that maybe you could still do really good with, like Dragon Ball FighterZ and stuff like that. But outside of that, you know, Street Fighter 5, meh. And I think now we're coming to the point where people are realizing, all right, fighting games are great as a genre, but it can't be the end-all, be-all of what you do as a content creator. You got to do other stuff. So, you know, other people, I'll be honest, so someone like myself, someone like Maximilian Dude, like, we always branched out. You know, Maximilian Dude mostly focuses on fighting games, but he goes and does other stuff too. That's very smart strategy. What he does, being able to have a fan base that will watch him play anything, that's a great strategy. And he diversified himself at a time when a lot of other content creators weren't doing that. They were just doing fighting games. And it's funny because I hear people hate on Maximilian Dude. Oh, that guy's no good. He's not even a top pro level player. And he gets all this recognition. He shouldn't get it. I disagree. I think that he put a lot of work into it. And he made himself a variety content creator with a lot of production value when he does want to put effort into doing a highly edited series. And he did it right, you know? And I think a lot of other fighting game people are jealous of him because they stayed in line with just playing fighting games and he didn't. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is, but you know, you got to be a variety guy these days. You can't just do one thing. It's very hard, you know. Maybe at one point if you wanted to do not MMOs, what are the things my god, like League of Legends. What the hell kind of game is that called? Why can't I remember it? I'm having a brain fart right now. But remember when League of Legends was so huge, people would just play League of Legends. When Minecraft was so huge, you could just play Minecraft. Fighting games were so huge, you could just play Street Fighter. Can't do that shit anymore. You know, MOBA, thank you. I had a total brain fart. I couldn't think of the word MOBA. So yeah, MOBA games. You know, now it's all about doing more and being interactive with your audience and entertaining them. So, okay. Vote Democrat. Did a 111-bit cheer. I said, not going to lie, I'm a little disappointed you're not jumping right into the multiplayer, but I will still watch. Listen, like I said, there's no reason to jump into the multiplayer. Number one, it's going to be a terrible experience today with so many people all trying to play at once. I guarantee you the connections will be duty. And number two, playing the story mode will give me immersion in the game. I'll learn some of the gameplay mechanics. I'll play some of the characters for the first time. So when I finally want to do online, I've played a few of the characters. And I'm like, man, I liked this one. I didn't like this one. So this is the one I want to try. You see what I mean? Versus, oh, I'm just going to just play random characters online and see what happens. That's going to be a waste of everyone's time. So. Okay. So, by the way, vote Democrat. You're the top cheerer of the day. Let's get you up on the leaderboard here. Here we go. $111 bits. There we go. Well, someone named Tapeworms in my butthole. What a name. Took me $4 and said the last boss in Mortal Kombat 11 is fucking ridiculous. Well, you know what? Wouldn't have it any other way. That's how it is. You get to that final boss, and they're completely overpowered. They have abilities that you don't have. They probably have 7 health bars, and they counter-hit everything you do. So, good. We'll have a big, epic, rage-filled finale to the story mode then. And hopefully you take care of those tapeworms in your butthole, because that sounds disgusting. Alright, so, thank you everyone for your contributions so far today. Much appreciated. Let's just give a shout out to the top cheerers of the week so far. And then we're going to jump right into the game. Alright, so let's take a look here. We start off with a triple tie for 8th place this week for top cheerers. Frog in a Tuxedo, Bagel Goose, and Oddshot 505. Then we have Uzi Go Hard, or Omnipotent Mr. Dr. Profuzi, however you want to say his name, in at 7th place. Pack of Wild Chimps at 6th place. Mr. Papavera is at 5th. Big Boy Abides is at 4th. CR123A Battery at 3rd place. Shao Kahn Artist in 2nd. And Vote Democrat in 1st place for the week. Very nice. Quick reminder. All right? Quick reminder. If you cheer sub or tip today, I will give you a shout out during the stream. Contributions are much appreciated because, number one, sadly, the Mortal Kombat 11 videos seem to be demonetized on YouTube because of ultra-violence. So I'm probably not going to be making anything on the videos on YouTube regardless. Number two, unlike a lot of other streamers, I'm not able to do sponsored streams thanks to the troll activity that fucked me over constantly. So it is what it is. I have to make a living just on the streams. So any contributions that you guys, lend on the streams is much, much appreciated for Mortal Kombat 11. And I thank you in advance for anyone who's considering contributing today. Okay? All right. Let us end the pre-stream.